I bought a few new foundations during the Nykaa Hot Pink sale, and I thought I would swatch these foundations alongside of some of the foundations that I consider my perfect match. One side of the face I'm gonna swatch, and another side I'll blend out the foundation to show you the finish. And as usual, I'll show you like an in-depth, zoomed in look into the finish and the consistency and the texture of these formula. So let's start with my perfect match foundations. At first, we have the very famous, readily available foundation in any beauty store, which is also priced at a very affordable range, and that's the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 330 Toffee. 330 Toffee is neutral to slightly warm shade. It's a well-balanced shade for people who dislike foundations with extremely yellow undertone. And because it is on the neutral side, people with warm olive undertone like me find this shade as their perfect match. Now compared to a very orangey warm foundation, you can see how neutral this looks. Coming to the formula, this has a matte finish. Yes, you hardly ever see me use this foundation. It's not that I dislike Maybelline Fit Me foundation. It's not for dry skin, and I prefer dewy radiant finish for my liking. Other than that, this is a very beginner friendly, affordable foundation for everyday wear. LA Girl Tinted Moisturizer in Tan. Tan is what I describe as my skin in a tube. It is my skin as a foundation. It's again neutral to slightly warm with a faint hint of olive. The shade match is so unreal to the point where I can't even detect the foundation on my skin. It's a tinted moisturizer, so the thin, feathery consistency is expected and the coverage is very minimal. It has a natural finish, neither dewy nor matte. It's not a long wear formula, but the best part of this foundation is the shade for me. This is my skin and this is the foundation on my skin. Can you even see the difference? It's a mid-range product. I think it retails for 1,200 rupees. So is it worth it? Coverage wise, not really, but shade and finish wise, I wouldn't mind investing in a shade that I know I can always, rely on whenever I have to wear foundation. This is an instant grab for me. L'Oreal Paris True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum Foundation. Now this is my motto. If you have olive undertone, put your trust on L'Oreal foundation. L'Oreal is the only brand that caters to people with olive undertone. Disclaimer, not all L'Oreal foundation range carries olive undertones. It is this particular range called True Match. This foundation is sadly not available in India, but I'm predicting that this will be launched somewhere this year or next year. This formula is identical to their True Match Super Blendable Foundation, which was my holy grail foundation that I constantly used to use back in college. My shade was Golden Cappuccino. Again, Golden Cappuccino has neutral to slightly warm olive undertone. My shade in the True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum Foundation is 5 to 6 medium tan. And just like Golden Cappuccino, it is also a neutral to slightly warm olive shade. Now coming to the formula, it's a stunning dewy finish foundation with a sheer coverage. The consistency is similar to LA Girl foundation. It also has the same shimmer particles in True Match Super Blendable Foundation. Shimmer in the formula isn't visible at all. It's not sparkly like the e.l.f. Halo Glow formula. The shimmers just make your skin look dewy and glistening. These three are my perfect match foundations. Let's move on to some of the new foundations I recently got. These are my first impressions and not like an in-depth review. Number 1, Maybelline New York Fit Me Fresh Tint with SPF 50 and vitamin C in the shade 09. So usually skin tint is supposed to have like a thin to medium consistency with a sheer coverage. The consistency of Fresh Tint is thicker than Fit Me foundation. People who love the Mars BB cream or the Jason Wu tinted moisturizer will love the thicker take in this formula. 09 is a horrible match for me. I believe this has a neutral undertone. If you have my skin tone, just go for the last shade, which is 10. It's just one shade lighter to my skin tone, so I still can make it work, or I can even mix it with Jason Wu tinted moisturizer, which is like a shade darker for me. Now this formula is not at all a love at first swatch for me. People who like thicker tinted moisturizers or BB creams like Mars BB cream will enjoy a formula like this. Let me know if you want me to swatch all of the tinted moisturizers that I own, BB creams, skin tint and all. e.l.f. Cosmetics Halo Glow Liquid Filter in the shade 5 medium to tan. e.l.f. Cosmetics Halo Glow Liquid Filter is supposed to be a dupe for the most famous, the most loved and adored foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. The Hollywood Flawless Filter 5 medium to tan has a very prominent golden undertone to it. It does look very orangey on my skin. The consistency is neither thick nor is it thin and light, somewhere in the middle where it is very easy for you to blend with your fingers. The finish reminds me of, like full Hollywood glam, like glowy shimmery finish. And as for the coverage, it doesn't have any. I've been using this as my highlighter more than my foundation. I really don't know how I'm gonna use this because I never cared to learn or even look into Charlotte Tilbury products. It was always like way out of my budget, so I never keep up with their products. Now if you have this, please tell me how you like to use this foundation. Do you wear it like a highlighter or do you prefer this as your base, like a foundation? ColourPop Pretty Fresh Foundation in Medium Dark 147W. My first impressions of ColourPop Pretty Fresh Foundation was just amazing. It's an ideal formula for my skin type, dry, sensitive. The consistency is once again not too thick nor is it thin, just the right consistency that you would expect with a dewy finish foundation. The coverage is medium and buildable. However, the shade I was not fully satisfied because 147W has a very prominent golden orange undertone. My skin fully looks orange with this foundation, but it's fine, I can still make it work. A darker match is always better than a lighter match. Better to look like orange than grey. Sunnies Face Skin So Good Multistick in Saddle. I got this 2 months back from Kult app. Saddle is a lighter match for my skin. It has a nice yellow undertone where the yellow is not like very bright. I already talked about it. I love the balmy texture. This is a multi-use product where you can use it as a concealer, skin tint, or even as your contour. It has a very sheer coverage and whenever I wear it, I just feel so good. You know the type of foundation formula that feels like your skin is breathing underneath the makeup and overall you just feel fresh and full of life. That's how I feel with the coverage of Sunnies Face. The longevity is not that amazing. I just love everything about Sunnies Face Skin So Good Multistick. I don't use this on camera because this is not made for studio lights and camera and all. It's not a camera friendly foundation. This is made for real life and real life only. This is my new foundation collection. That is it for today's video. If you like this video, give me a like and subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye guys.